Welcome, Aries, to your mid-month reading for October. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome, and cross-watchers. And guys, we have so many new subscribers. So awesome. So welcome all the new subscribers. Wow. Beautiful Aries, please. Feeling like you're a little impatient right now. It does feel like things are a little extreme. It feels like you might be out of a little bit of an alignment, needing a little bit of a readjustment when it comes to alignment, because it does feel like you're a little imbalanced right now. Okay, so just it doesn't feel like you're heavy duty off balance, but it does feel like there's some things that are pretty extreme within your life right now that are keeping you imbalanced, not keeping you. Yeah, see, two cards of alignment, needing the alignment to make those dreams come true. Could feel like your clarity is a little foggy, not being as clear as you need to be, and that's because of the out of alignment, the imbalance. So you could be a little confused about certain situations. Things are kind of confusing you. You could feel very unsure of which way to pull the strings. And that's just because of the not being balanced, okay? And when you're not balanced, you're out of alignment with the universe. So therefore, you're not balanced with your higher self. You see what I'm saying? So it causes a lot of fog. You could feel like you're a little cloudy, a little foggy at the mid-month, okay? So let's see why. What's going on with you guys? Why are they so out of... And it doesn't feel like you're super duper out of balance. It just feels like I'm like unsure and cloudy. I can totally see this fog. Friction. There's a lot of argument. I was going to say too, it feels like there's someone around you causing problems. They might be, drinking heavily. Something's going on. But yeah, there's some friction, some discord, and some arguments going on about this situation. Oh my gosh, that's crazy too. This is like pull left, pull left. They're like, no, we're fine. Keep going. You're like, no, pull left. I keep seeing it. My clairvoyance is going crazy right now. You just keep thinking that right now that if you keep continuing to go down the same path without trying to balance out this situation and get this overall situation taken care of, there is going to be no victory between you and this situation, this person, whatever this situation is. It's a losing battle, and there is just no recognition, and it does feel like you're being discredited for the way you're trying to move in this direction. So you might be trying to make a private achievement on your own, trying to work kind of behind the scenes with some kind of situation. I don't know who that's for, but I definitely see that. It's almost like, I'm going to make this phone call whether you like it or not. We're going to pull this. We're going to do this. For some of you, it's something that has to do with money. And not only that, it has something to do with maybe paying a bill or something like that, where they're saying there's not enough money, but there's enough money. And you're going to like secretly pay half this bill or something. Whose energy is that? But it's almost like if we don't do something about this, it's going to end up in more disappointment than there is disappointment to be had. And it, all these pentacles in reverse, there's something that has to do with money and loss of money and not taking care of what needs to be taken care of. And somebody's being very self-centered about it, or very, like they're even more confused than you're confused. So you might even feel like they're being a little distrustful about the situation, or a little deceitful or devious about what's going on within the situation. And that feels like that's why you want to kind of secretly do this. There's a secret. You're doing something behind the scenes over here, Aries, Taurus, to make this try to work, whether they like it or not. Whatever that situation is, it could be in anything. But whatever it is, it's something that you feel like you have to take in your hands. It's just that it's very confusing, because you're not even 100% sure if it's going to 100% work. but it's almost one of those things like, well, if I don't frigging try, then how are we going to know it's going to work? Right? Because you mistrusting the situation or completely denying the situation or however it is not going to even give it any kind of, you see what I'm saying? Because no matter what you're saying, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? That's like the biggest thing you got, right? It's kind of like, well, it wouldn't hurt to try. I mean, we have to at least try something. So I do feel like there's going to be a Fool coming out pretty soon, because it does feel like you're going to have to make some kind of risk or leap. There it is. Oh my gosh, you have to be kidding. Yes. Yes. Because they don't know, because it's like you have to take this risk. If you don't take this risk, then it's not going to work. My clairvoyance is going crazy today. I don't know what's in the air right now. I don't get high clairvoyance like that very often. I can hear, but not see. I'm like seeing it. I don't see all the time. Hear, but I don't see. But I'm seeing it. I can see it. It's literally saying you have this lack of direction because you want to be the Page of Wands. You want to be in control of the situation, but it's creating this conflict with this other person who could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus, and it's literally, or a Sagittarius, that's literally causing this issue, and it's creating this instability between the two of you because they don't want to take the risk, they don't want to take the leap. Okay, so yes, they're against you. They're even holding resentment against you because they're like, but you're not telling me, right? Or maybe it's you who's holding resentment because they're not listening. So somebody's holding resentment, maybe it's both of you, right? Because it's almost to the point where it's like, well, if we don't do this, we're going to regret this. Then we might even have to cut all the losses. Somebody's losing their house, and you want to pay a piece of the mortgage, you want to try to, or a car or something. So there's something that has to do with a mortgage or a loan. And if we don't try to at least put something down, we're going to lose this. At least if we put something, they'll work with us. But if we don't, they're not going to work with us at all. So you're trying to rethink the approach right now of what's going to happen, because you want to make this turning kind of a new leaf no matter what. But you don't want to get caught kind of with your pants down scenario. You see what I'm saying? Because like if we don't take this leap of faith, then they're just going to take it away from us, or they're going to, you see what whatever the situation is, everybody's situation is different. If it's not a house or car or anything, guys, just throw it away. But that's the image I'm picking up. Okay, that's the strongest energy I have that's coming through. So with this procrastination, you just feel like, oh, you guys could be dealing with Scorpio too, because there's a lot of procrastination. With this procrastination, it's almost like, but you're procrastinating. You're not doing what we need to do on this situation. So it's causing all this conflict. Absolutely. So this is causing the relationship to fall, no matter if it's at the workplace. Maybe somebody doesn't want to, do something at work when it comes to bills, or, hurry up and put this real estate loan through. We're going to lose this client, whatever it is. Okay, but whoever it is, they're holding, it's almost like they're kind of holding this key, but you're trying to take the key away. So like I said, with the image that I had of the boat, it's kind of like, who's going to be the captain of the boat, right? And it's almost like you're like, you see what I'm saying? You both got the wheel, Okay, so 'tis the season. Okay, let's see what's going on. So somebody wants to, you both want to be the captain, but it's almost like now you have to do it kind of secretively to get this done behind the scene. So I want to see what happens when you do this secretly, because I think that if that's your situation, I think that would be what you want to know, obviously. Doesn't take a tarot reader to tell you that, right? It's like, you don't have to be psychic to tell me that. Okay, so what is it? Clarify on this situation. What is it going to be? You know what? I want to use those new small cards I got. Okay, so I was going to use the gold ones, but I actually want to use the small ones. Okay, so Aries Taurus wants to do this in secret, so what are they going to do? And if you know it's not you, then you can always turn the energies around to the other person and you say, ha, I knew they were going to do that in secret. So however you want to see it. But what is it? How is it going to end? What is the outcome of them doing this in secret? There's going to be a decline. You gotta fucking be kidding me. I'm paused. Don't do it. Don't do it. It says it's a mistake. They say don't do it. It's a mistake. Why is it a mistake? It's going to cause uneasiness between the two of you. Why? Okay, so there's an uneasiness that's going to really it will justify itself in the end, but this will actually delay your luck. Pay attention. Don't want to do this. This feels so personal. You don't want to do this. You're going to make a mistake because it says that it's going to delay your luck and for the justice to overwrite itself and cause an uneasiness between the both of you. Okay? It's delaying the luck. So there's something that's going on behind the scenes besides you or them behind the scenes trying to do this that it's actually going to, bad choices, risk, Fool in reverse. Delayed the luck. Okay, so this is going to delay your luck. Don't do it. It's supposed to justify itself and balance itself out. Why? Why is it going to balance itself out? There's something going on behind the scenes of the universe over here. It's going to cause sadness and trouble. Be the hermit, look within. Okay, so it's going to cause sadness and trouble. Be the hermit to look within at the situation. Bad debts. Hold on, guys. It's rash. It's too rash of a decision. It's too rash of a decision. It will make a bad choice. It's too rash of a decision to make. In the future, there will be some kind of renewal, but this one will end up deception with failure, which ends up in a bigger dispute. Could be lover's quarrel that just does not fix itself and becomes unfulfilled hopes and wishes, so it will destroy the overall relationship. Literally destroy the whole relationship. So if this is you and your love doing this, don't do this. The intentions of the desires, it will give you a false start. So what was it was supposed to be? Yeah, it will destroy the relationship that you have with this other person, causing departure, breakup, and disorder. So what are they supposed to do then? I mean, because that would be the next question. Okay, so then what am I supposed to do? Just wait, because it says it will disrupt the luck that's supposed to be coming through. So what are they supposed to do? you solve your and other people's issues in practical ways together. You guys will come up with a practical way together. You guys are dealing, some of you are dealing definitely with another earth sign. There will be compassion and comfort and calmness together as your intuition will come back together and become more stable as you talk heart to heart about the situation and adapt and juggle to this situation. You will find negotiations and balancing decisions and weighing out the options. Okay, you will find what it is you're looking for when you work together. So Spirit says this is about working together. This isn't about, them trying to be deceptive or you being deceptive or whatever the situation is, to try to fix the situation. So pretty much what they're saying is this whole test that you're going through in this situation is meant for you to work together, and if it's just yourself so much, it's just going to lead to one problem with another problem. So you could find like a loan debt place or something, or gather money together to try to keep the imbalance, because otherwise it's just going to keep it broken, and now you're going to have even more broken communication and more tensions than you had before. The only way to get your wish to come true is actually to have the heart-to-heart conversations and try to get past the fears and anxieties about the situations, allowing your higher intuition to come through and allowing them to understand and having an understanding together. It's a test of togetherness. Pushing through something rough that could keep you together, whether it's a job situation with you and a coworker, the boss and you and your love, you and your partner, however this situation is, it's saying this is the test of needing to get together to be on the same page so that you guys can row the boat together instead of trying to take the wheel from each other, no matter who's more, who is more the aggressor than the other, or whatever it is. It's saying this is literally about patience and coming together to learn how to communicate and trust one another on this situation as we really focus and taking back that control as one another, learning to really save money and, really learning to conserve, and also having that control to where we can drive the boat together. Now it kind of reminds me of when you have a child who is learning to drive with their parents, and the small child sitting in dad's lap or mom's lap, and they're holding the wheel together. They're teaching them how to steer the car, really getting that, and that's really what you're doing. You're learning to navigate the situation together, not separate. And by doing things in secret, whether it's you or them, it doesn't matter, okay? It's saying that's not learning to be together. It's literally the opposite that's going to make rash, bad choices. It's really going to just really upset the other person because they're going to think you're really against them, or you're going to think they're really against you. So if you're the one that feels like you're the one doing such a thing, don't do that. That's what it says. Don't kill the reader. I'm a reader. I'm reading and listening. Okay? So don't kill your psychic, please. And if it's them, then you really need to step up and, really have this conversation with them as much as possible to let them know we don't want to do things like that. We need to conserve money, come up with a plan, do other things. Then you will have your 9 of Cups. Then you will have exactly what it is. Yes. It has to be working together. That is going to cause the balance. And once you have that balance, that's when everything comes together. That's when the desire and the dream and all the goals come back together. Okay? And it doesn't mean it's easy. It just means that that's the karmic play out. That's the test. That's what it is. Right? That's where you're going to find the strength. You're going to find everything coming back together for you. Okay? And you'll have this new beginning. Okay? That went from one way to really rough. Okay. it's the message that you need, that's the message I will give. Stand your ground. The recognition and reward will be yours. Get in tune with your higher self, powerful 3 within yourself, but also make sure, Spirit is saying, to make sure that you're recognizing and rewarding each other. So that will be you, yourself, and the universe as you're standing your ground for what it is you truly need. And right now, what you truly need is to be at mercy with one another and really talk and communicate and get yourself balanced through this situation. And you will find the movement, choices, and decisions that will help you have triumph and victory and new rewards coming toward you. And right then you can take that risk and that leap of faith together. But you really have to have the balance before you can find the prosperity. Okay. Okay, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.